Yo, 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 yo. What is good? What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Command This Podcast.
You know what I thought of when you said yo, 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 yo?
What did you think about? Tell me what you
Last Dragon, Soul Brother number one.
Soul Brother number one. Like no other. Soul Brother like no other. My man? He goes like
My
this.
man?
My man?
Yeah. That's funny as hell.
I'm here to see the master. Oh, we got the master. We'll take you to him. He gets devastated when it's a machine.
It's both embarrassing and impressive that you remember that.
Oh man, that's one of the iconic uniforms. Iconic. What was the lady's name? Single name.
Oh yeah. Damn. You had to say nothing I don't know, man.
Destiny.
No. It was one of Prince's little chick. Vanity.
I was
worst entertainer. By the way, if you ever get a chance to Google a picture of what she looks like now, oh my god.
Is it bad?
Oh my god, bro. I mean, we all age.
But some age worse
and
better than others.
But by the way, terrible song. Elevator number 7, where it is.
Yeah, about my elevator. About this elevator.
Man, we went over something different.
From Kew Gardens.
Yeah.
Eddie Arcadian from Kew Gardens.
Move your pizza to Daddy Green's Pizza.
Just direct your pizza to Daddy Green's Pizza.
We need to get some Daddy Green's Pizza t-shirts, man. This podcast is brought to you by Daddy Green's Pizza.
Oh, dude. That would be insane.
Eddie Arcadian. I went to Halloween and showed up one year, man. Show. Did you? Yeah, I had an afro, I had it put them in a little ponytail on the top, some football pads on. I thought I was running the Road Warriors. I started off being one of the Road Warriors. That's what I want to be.
Yeah.
Pop an animal, but then it ended up looking like showing up. So
kiss my Converse. Oh, good flick, man. Good flick. The dude's name, he ended up never having a career in Timac, yeah, man. Dude was I thought he was gonna be legit.
He still looks the same though. He looks exactly the same.
Dude was legit. Like he was a legit martial artist. Like I'm tired of seeing movies of people playing martial artists and they have no martial arts skills. Like he was a legit martial artist. That's why I appreciate.
Who's your favorite action hero?
Action hero?
Yeah,
man.
I'm a Tony Jaa fan, bro.
Bruce Lee, but Tony Jaa's up there, man. Ong Bak.
Man.
Dude,
what's the guy played in Ninja 2000?
I ain't seen it. I have not seen it. I will tell you the worst martial arts we ever made is New York Ninja. It's so bad.
It's craptacular though. It's like so bad it's good. Like you can't stop watching it.
Yes, that's exactly how it is. So bad that you gotta. You know they started that movie back in the 70s and they just finished it.
Yeah, as a
recently.
Something, I think.
Yeah, they only finished it recently because of for whatever reason. I'm not sure.
I died.
Oh, for real?
Something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's give another minute for people to jump in and chat with us. Didn't do a lot of advertising of this event, so wasn't sure it was going to happen. We've all been through some trials and tribulations this week. It's been a rough week, man. No lie. I think for all of us.
Vegas Monday, bro.
Get married. Let's get married. There you go, Dev.
Me and my beloved.
Yeah. Doing it. Mr. Phil is not going to be joining us today. Phil is out of pocket, doing what he does.
Yeah, out here trying to...
whatever that is. Trying to,
putting the pussy on the pedestal.
That's what you're doing, man. You're putting the pussy on the pedestal. Yes, I think that's what Phil's doing.
Another Rudd movie that
Phil hates Paul Rudd, puppies,
existentialism,
babies, existentialism. What did you give us? The missionary position. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Menage a trois. That's a good one. That is
pizza, Italy. I forget what else they said, man, but you know that.
Existentialism.
Good flick. I ain't seen that movie in a minute.
Yeah, I think we watched it not long ago.
Yeah. All right, let me get one social media tweet out here, man. Then we will do.
He's also fun. He's also funny in The Boys too.
Oh, Sacha Baron Cohen?
Nah, Will Ferrell.
Oh.
Yeah. He has
Will Ferrell's good at everything, man.
I don't know about that, but he
rarely misses though.
When he's on though.
He rarely misses, but they're yeah, you're right.
When he's on, so.
All right. Social media posted. Gonna tweet this out, see if we can get some more people in the chatties and in the chizats, and away we will go. Tonight, this is episode 284. Yours is Truly's, your boys here. Like I said, we are Sandsfield tonight. We're going to be talking about some, you know what? Let's just get into the environment and tell y'all what we're going to be talking about tonight. Looks like Dad's cleaning some stuff. Let me kill the background music. All right, we got a pretty good show lineup tonight. Episode 280, Hold the Line. We're going to be talking about some of the D-line rankings, a little bit of, some national media here. We've been getting some run, man, about, we've always had a stink around this franchise, given our recent history and the Dan Snyders and stuff like that. So I think we're going to talk about how some of these things can change, and what does the national media think about what's going on with this actually. The evolution of the logo, they had some new hires, and then who was on your Washington Mount Rushmore of top 4 people ever?
Man, I didn't prepare for that.
And then, do it on the fly, man. That's the only one you really got to think about here. That's the only one you really got to think about. Okay. Besides the fact of, we'll get to that later. So just starting out. So Pro Football Focus, if you guys know Pro Football Focus, as we know Pro Football Focus, they've been going through and ranking the different position groups in the NFL. I think we've already talked about the wide receiver group when we were talking about Brandon Ayuk last Thursday. We did mention the whole wide receiver group rankings that PFF get. And I think we were sitting at 20? I even forgot already. But I guess this week we're talking about D-line rankings from the NFL. So remember, previously, the D-line was the source of strength for us, okay? There was no secret that was our source of strength, and the defense in general. But nowadays, life has changed a little bit. So where do you think PFF has us listed in rankings right now? So if you are listening, then there's more people joining now, but Deb, do you have an idea of where you think PFF ranks this defensive line front? And just
are they counting edge rushers in there, or just strictly defensive line?
They are counting, because I hate to say I have the answer to the test already, but
because I know
they are counting across all 4. They're not counting linebackers; they're talking defensive line. So just to rehash everyone's memory, for depth roster, for people in position. So defensive end, we on the roster: Dorrance Armstrong, Cleveland Farrell, Dante Fowler Jr., Jalen Harris, KJ Henry, Javonte Jean-Baptiste, Andre Jones Jr., F.A. Albada. D-tackle.
We're not counting Jeremy Davidson as defensive end yet.
No. John Allen, Fedarian Mathis, Haggai Nbusi, Jerzon Newton, Johnny Newton, Deron Payne, Nbusi, Naquana Mombosi, Noel Pollard, Benning Patoe, John Ridgway, and that's who they're counting. So that's the group of people I'm talking about. So I don't know what you think that group of people is aligned to in the rest of the NFL, but I'd be interested to see what you think. Just take a gander.
I'm gonna say like 26th.
26.
Just because I figured they don't have. I feel like they don't put as much emphasis on defensive tackles as we do, and if they're just going by last year, they were vastly underachieved, I guess, last year, and we don't have Sweat and Young, so I'm wondering if they're not counting rookies that just got drafted who may be the best defensive player in the draft. They're not counting him.
Yeah,
so they're not giving any weight. I wouldn't think, right? A second round pick.
True.
Settles, not Settles. What's the fucking guy we got from Alabama in the second round like 2 years ago and never really plays?
Darren Mathis.
Darren Mathis, yeah.
Yeah,
he's mostly a defensive tackle. He's mostly a nose tackle type of defensive tackle too. So
allegedly, sorry.
Right, allegedly. We have no idea. We've never seen him. He's like Clark Kent. We've never seen him turn into Superman.
Yeah, he's like he may or may not be something. We won't know for sure.
Like Kaiser Sose.
Yeah. Shotguns in the chat. What's up, sis? First, thank you, brother. Shotguns. Marcus, host of Sports View 2 on Facebook. What up, Marcus? Thanks for joining us, bro. We appreciate you. We're just going through the PFF defensive line rankings. And Dev is just taking a guess that they have him ranked 26. I'll give another minute if anyone in the chat here would like to guess where you think PFF has this defensive line group rated amongst the NFL. And while you're thinking about it and discussing it in your head, I'm just going to go through what they have at the top right now. The New York Jets.
Yeah, I don't know.
Franklin Myers, Bryce Huff, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, Hassan Reddick, Quinnen Williams. That's a tough crew right there.
That's what I'm saying. They counted Hassan Reddick as a defensive end, though. That's what I'm trying to figure out how they do that and not counting Jamin Davis.
Because he's only played defensive end like once or twice. It's not like official on the depth chart at all. He's been doing it at practice, but so Marcus is saying 15. Okay, I get it. 15. That might work. The number 2 is the 49ers. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone. Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa, Javon Hargrave left the Eagles, and Leonard Floyd, who used to be a Jet. They're lacking some depth, but they're pretty good. And then number 3 is the Eagles, NFC East rival Eagles. Jalen Carter, Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff is supposed to be a pretty good addition when they lost over Hassan Reddick. So, but they got that dude last year who was drafted in the first round. Remember they came back in the first round and picked up Nolan Smith. I thought Nolan Smith was going to be good, but apparently that dude's done nothing. And then that big Jordan Davis. So I'll just go through the next couple ones. For number 4, the Lions. I
don't believe they got a better defensive line than us. They got
Lions?
Really good. Who's on that line?
DJ Reader, Marcus Davenport, Lim McNeil. The Browns, Myles Garrett, Zadarius Smith. Cowboys, Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence.
No, I'm talking about the Lions, though. Who's on Hutchinson? That's the only one you really.
Yeah, DJ Reader is good.
I'll take Hutchinson over anybody we got. But is anybody else on that time on the Alliance defensive line better than Allen and Payne? To you?
Aiden Hutchinson, I think.
That's the only one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's probably it. But all around, I don't know. I'm
gonna say like 13 or 14 now, man. If that's where they're going. If that's where
you got Cowboys at 6, Colts at 7, Latte Latu, DeForest Buckner, Steelers at 8 with TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, Cam Hayward, Raiders at 9, Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins, Tyree Wilson.
Where got starters?
Texans at 10, Packers at 11. Where's Shotguns at? Ravens at 12. Bengals at 13, Chiefs at 14, Patriots at 15.
What? Name without looking at the names. Who's on?
Don't know. Hands off the buzzer. Don't know,
bro.
One dude, Judon. That's the only one I can tell you who's on that team.
That was a linebacker. But I guess I'm saying, like it's kind of sketching the line right there, right? Like
I'm with you, but. Outside of Payne and Allen, they probably don't. Ours are just a bunch of
they both Pro Bowlers.
Retreads.
2 Pro Bowlers on their line. That's lower than us.
I don't know.
Right. It don't make sense.
They got the Bills at 16. Von Miller, Ed Oliver, Greg Russo. Seahawks at 17.
Von Miller's on the Bengals now?
He's on the Bills.
Bills. Okay.
Yeah, he needs to retire though. The Giants at 18. Dexter Lawrence, Kevon Thibodeau. Brian Burns.
All who are above us?
Yes. And then the Commanders at 19. This is what I'm reading verbatim what it says. Last season resulted in unexpected down years from both John Allen and Zeron Payne. Allen led the team in quarterback pressures with 49, but it was his worst PFF pass rush grade since 2019. Worst grade of his career. Johnny Newton will hope to force his way in the rotation, make some noise. But the issue on this team is for edge, where new free agent Dorrance Armstrong might be the most proven commodity. So I think They do not like what we have on edge. They didn't even mention Cleveland Farrell. So I think they don't like what we have on the outside. And then you got
it might have been written before Cleveland Farrell, though.
Yeah. Bucks, Titans. No, this was written. I'm gonna tell you the date right now. This was dated 2 days ago, 25th.
Yeah.
Remember, one man's opinion of a PFF scores, but the worst one in the league is the Cardinals, then the Broncos, 31, Vikings, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, that's what it is, man. It's
a little worse than middle of the road, I guess.
Huh?
A little below middle of the road, they're saying.
Yeah, that's essentially what I'm trying to say. Is it is middle of the road, and listen, with this team, I don't need any expectations. There's no need to have what's it called, hype. We don't need any of that stuff. Like, I'm fully fine letting these dudes frolic in the backgrounds. No necessarily. Hey, like, these guys are going to be great. Jaden Dan's going to be rookie of the year. Like, don't need any of that. So I'm fine without being in the limelight. Like, do you care? I don't give a shit, man. We don't need the expectations for this team.
Not at all.
So that's just me. I don't want to speak for everyone, but that's how I feel personally. Marcus, what about you, start watching, man? Would you need to hype around this team? Do you feel that 19th is too disrespectful? A couple years ago, I would have told you, man, we need to be top 10, top 7 with that front we had. Chase, Tez.
Yeah. We need to be 1 when we had all those guys.
Yeah, man, they were so good.
And they were for a year or so.
Yeah, they were so good.
Now it's weird that we have probably the best linebacking crew, which is odd, right?
Yes, according to who was it, Mike Clay from ESPN, he had us as the best linebacking crew in off-ball linebackers in the NFL, which is
really weird,
out of this world. That's always been. Remember, we used to every week we'd be like, all right, which tight end is going to chew us for dinner?
Hawk to us, man.
Hawk to us. Spit on that team every week, man. A tight end used to just eat us for lunch, and it's not really happening anymore. So it's kind of nice, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Not saying anything else. But I'm pretty happy with that personally. Let me get this tweet out to a couple people. See if anyone else wants to bless us with a presence on here. All right, let's move on to the next topic at hand. Mark Schlereth. So I don't know if you saw Mark Schlereth. The next, there is a lot of clouds surrounding this team. There's no question at all. There is not good things happening, and at least previously. So to see national media actually give us a little bit of praise, and to see the excitement about Jaden Daniels, to see a little bit of optimism, I'm okay with that. But to see it on a national media stage is really kind of showing that, okay, the tides have turned. Daniel Snyder ain't around no more. He ain't here. And so Mark Schlereth, who in the past has been very critical with this team. Now, if you know Mark Schlereth, he was a very, very good player for the Washington Redskins. I want to say he played, I'll read you his stats right now. So he played on this team from 1989 to 1994. So he was on the Super Bowl team in 1991. He was a very, very good guy. He for us, he played 20, 36, 50, almost 70 something games for us. And he did make a Pro Bowl with us. And he finished his career in Denver for the last 6 years. So for the longest time, he only considered himself a Bronco. Like, that's how tainted this legacy was. But for him to come out and say what I'm about to show you is kind of cool. So without any further ado, man, let me.
One of the last real hogs alive.
Yeah, man. All right. Let's see what he says.
I feel like the stench.
Can you hear that?
You feel like the stench?
Okay, you can hear it. All right.
The overall, I feel like the overall stench of Daniel Snyder, who just came into a crown jewel of the National Football League and took a shit on it, I really believe that stench.
He said the crown jewel of the National Football League and took a shit on it. That's dope. I want to hear that again.
National Football League of Daniel Snyder, who just came into a crown jewel of the National Football League and took a shit on it. I really believe that stench is gone. You know, and when is the guy carrying 2 bottles of Febreze, you know, and they're just all over.
Just walking like a gunfighter in an old western. Just
right. Just spraying Febreze all over. Right. That Josh Harris, the new owner. There's Johnson's hanging around. It feels like it's moving in the right direction. So I hope so, because I still have an affinity. That's where I cut my teeth in the NFL. And you know, I've said this about the Raiders, which hurts, but the league's a better place when Washington's relevant, and they haven't been relevant since Dan Snyder bought them.
Bam. I mean, that's the God's honest truth, man. This team has not been relevant since Dan Snyder bought the team. That's straight up. There's no lies. There's no sugarcoating. But it's good to hear people like him say that. A national media, a former alumni player. I don't think I've ever seen him back in the stadium as Dev just departs. I guess it was that breathtaking. But Mark Schlereth, I don't think I've ever seen him in a stadium at any of the alumni. I've been to lots of different alumni activities, and I've never seen him at anything. So for him to say that was kind of nice. Marcus says, Darryl Green said in an interview that he felt like he wasn't welcome until Josh Harris and Magic Johnson and Mitchell Rales bought the team with Dan Quinn and Madden Peters. Yeah, Marcus, remember we played that clip on this show back when Darryl Green did come back to the fold, and it was very emotional. And it's good to see people flocking back.
Though, man. Some part of me feels like, why don't you say shit when that motherfucker was in position though? Like whenever Dan Snyder was there,
bro.
Shit, bro. Like,
totally.
Like some of that
give you the bike back for that,
on, bro. You piling on, and I hate. And it's hard to make Dan Snyder a sympathetic fucking character. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, dude, you kicking this motherfucker while he's down. Why don't you say the shit when he was out here fucking up women's lives and shit?
Yeah, especially when you had the opportunity. Very few people spoke out against them nationally or anywhere.
Right.
They just kept their mouth shut.
He lose his job. That motherfucker was horrible. And he never once paid for drugs.
No, that's right.
Not even.
That is right, man. You are spot on. And like, it's good to hear him speak out now, but I kind of wish you would have did it when you had the opportunity when he was still owning the team.
Right.
But then Phil would have been like, "Oh, you guys are haters." Anytime we used to bash Snyder, Phil used to get so mad.
Episode, bro. We do what we want to do today.
Oh man, very, very, very cool. Slow. Shout out to Phil. He's not here, man. And
I watched his last podcast while I was in the ER.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I caught bits and pieces of it, man. It was good to see the recap of the old Redskins stuff. If you haven't seen it, go check out the Phil stream that happened on Tuesday, randomly, untested. Kind of like this as well. But we appreciate everyone who's watching and listening now. All 30-something of you who are popping in and out, and we appreciate it. All right, let's talk next about front office hires. So there's been a few new office hires in the Commander space. I don't know how much you've been tracking that, Dev, but once again, it's something that I think we need to go over and look at because it's kind of significant. And people are already starting to talk about what they think it might mean, if it means anything at all. Probably reading too much into it. But let's look at this. Okay, so you know what? I'll just go full blown like that. If you can see it, can you see this at all?
Yeah.
Do I need to zoom in a little bit?
You can. I'm old, man. I'm 46, bro.
How about that?
That looks no different, bro. How about that?
How about that? No, it's not. It's just because it's the way that the Twitter picture is. But
you good? Don't worry about it.
That's all right. What? Long story short, here's been the personnel moves. So Doug Williams is now the senior advisor to the general manager. whereas before he was the senior advisor to
so they just made this
the president.
The assistants to the regional manager.
Yes, but this is why people are starting to talk, because if you remember, at the same time this was announced, Jason Wright was announced that he was a finalist to be the president of the Green Bay Packers this week. Did you know that? Yeah, they went with some other guy, Ed.
Congratulations, though, being
Scout. Yeah, but people are like, oh, it was the token interview and all the stupid shit. But people thought that Jason Wright might be on his way out, because when Doug Williams was his advisor, now he's not his advisor. Now he's Adam Peters' advisor. It's weird, because I'm pretty sure Marty Herney and Martin Mayhew are also senior advisors to Adam Peters as well. So it was just kind of weird to see Doug Williams go from being the senior advisor of, to Jason Wright, the president of the team, versus to Adam Peters. That's all I'm saying. So he is the senior advisor to the general manager. Jason Wright still listed as the team president. I don't even know. Are they even? Martin Mayhew is a senior personnel executive advisor to the GM. So that's his title. So Martin Mayhew is a senior personnel executive advisor to the GM. Doug Williams is senior advisor to the GM. Marty Herney is just called an advisor. That's it. So those dudes went from being co-regional managers to just advisors. That's why.
It's not a thing I have a job when the season's over.
Yeah, it is. But what's also crazy, I'm shocked they kept him around. Clearly, they must see the value in him for some reason. Why they stay at a job? I don't even know why you would keep any of them around, honestly. But there's something there. There's a connection. Okay. So that was here. The football scouting department hired a bunch of people. New director of pro scouting. Sarah Szabo is the assistant to the general manager.
Is it really? Where's that, bro?
That. Come on, you got to make it you can't make it that title. Where's
it at? Highlight that shit. I'll see it. Oh my God, assistant to the general manager.
You can't say that.
Wow.
You can't say assistant to the general manager.
Szabo, you
can't say that, dude. Come on. Change the title. General manager assistant, or executive assistant to the general manager, or
secretary.
Don't say, man. If you're a fan of The Office, they hired a couple of national scouts, pro scouts, college scouts, nothing crazy.
Boy Scouts,
and then they made a couple different changes. To have a new VP of President of Football Operations. Sean LaBarbera is Vice President of Football Communications. They made some other changes along the way. So yes, that's kind of where what's going on. One of the other things though is that. And I was really big on this guy when we first got hired. If you remember Eugene Shen, and it's not just because he's an Asian guy, but Eugene Shen is gone. So they brought him on last year as an advisor. They promoted him to senior VP for football analytics, and now he's gone. Remember, he came from the Ravens.
Wow.
And so he wasn't even here. He wasn't even a senior VP for a couple months, but he's going to take a job under Josh Harris's other companies called HSBE. I forget what it stands for. So he's going to do some other other analytical stuff under Josh Harris's other group. But when Brandon Sosna came in, so Sosna came from the Lions, remember? We plucked him away from the Lions organization. He's going to lead the analytics team with Adam Peters. So just thought that was interesting, man, because analytics is a new thing, but a lot of people was kind of saying that why did we hire a new analytics guy when we don't even have a GM yet? Don't you think the GM would want to hire his own analytics guy? And so it didn't make sense. So I thought maybe Eugene Shen was already working with Adam Peters. If Adam Peters was the shadow governor last year and we didn't know it. You figure there had to be someone in the background making these rules, tell him like, all right, Josh, you got to fire Ron. Josh, you should hire this guy. Josh, you got someone was doing that. So I don't know. either way, this one was kind of shocking to me. I really thought that Homeboy was going to still be around, but I guess not. Marcus says, I think our ownership is letting Adam Peters set up the front office, which is great. Do it. Jason Peters has the business side, whether some of you like it or not. And like Marcus said, and Adam Peters setting up the football side, man. So let him work, man. And in the words of the kids, man, let him cook. Let him cook, right? Is that what the kids say? Shotgun says, where's Phil? Dev, tell Shotguns where Phil is today.
They're getting that thing spit on.
Hawk Tua.
Getting that thing spit on. That's what I don't know where. I think Phil is probably elbow.
He's on vacation. He is on vacation, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
saying
what a harem of a lady.
Saying what up to everyone.
Yeah.
So Phil, we love you. We love you, man. Hope that you can join us the next time. We will be taking next week off because it's 4th of July, man. We ain't gonna be podding next week during Independence Day, so we will take a week off, but we will be back shortly after. All right, so that was new office hires. Let's get to the evolution of the team logo. So this was something, shout out to, I'll say his name in a second, Jay Daniels, MVP, putting out great content on Twitter. But this right here is really cool. And I wanted to show it, and I wanted to talk to people about what do they think is their favorite logo and why. So this is the evolution of the logo. We were the Boston Braves in 1932. And then eventually you saw the evolution of the logo as we knew the Redskins for a long time. So 1933 to 36 for that second logo, 37 to 51 for the third logo, second row left side, 52 to 59. Fuck George Preston Marshall. And then 60 to 64, the red in the middle. And then 65 to 69, the arrow with the feather, man. That's tough. That's tough. And then 70 to 71, the R with the feather. 72 to 81 was traditional as we know it. 82, they flipped it, went to the left. 83 through 2020, back to the traditional one as we know it. And then 2020, the COVID year, that's when the sexual harassment stuff came out. That's when the release the report stuff came out. And that's when we became the Washington football team. That's when Fred Smith, CEO and founder or CEO of FedEx Incorporated, said, if you don't take my name, if you don't change the name, I'm taking my name off your stadium. And henceforth we became.
What's the one with the yellow R in cursive?
The Washington football team.
When did we ever use the yellow R in cursive? Remember that cursive little R?
That was always a spinoff. That was never an official logo of the team.
Really? They never had that ever? They never used that on anything?
Not that I can recall. It was, I know there's a lot of merchandise with it on there, but
man, I love that. That's probably my second favorite. But like I said,
the R. Yeah.
I like the first one. I ain't gonna lie. I think that might be the first time I've seen the 1932 one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Now they went by the Redskins a lot with that R logo that you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was worn by players. It was worn by coaches.
Yeah,
it was never on a piece of uniform though.
Huh.
It never was.
Never.
But it's dope. It's right here. These R's right here you're talking about. Like
yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely understood. I was one of my favorites too, man. But where were we? Okay. So yes, Marcus, I'm with you. I love the spirit. So Dev, of all these logos, so we got to the Washington football team for 20, 21, 22. We had the rebrand. Dun. We are the Commanders. Yeah. So we're the Commanders from 22 to now. Given all that, which one of these logos do you like the best, man?
The spear.
Same. The spear, man. It's just.
I do like the 1932. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the 37 to 51. because I remember the uniforms that went with them. You know what I'm saying? Like the 31, 37 to 51 uniform.
The burgundy and the dark gold.
Yeah, the dark. That was my favorite. That's my favorite. I like the leather outfit we wore, just the jersey and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the color combination, man. I wish you could bring that back with the Spirit. That would be dope. But we can't do it now.
Yeah, give me the Spear all day. I will gladly take it. I'd take it all day, twice on Sunday. Someone made a mocking of, not a mocking, but this right here.
Yeah. That one is dope. That's my favorite. That's my favorite uniform.
Yeah, but think about this though. Think about where the team is, where we are with the way people view the name versus. To me, I think the name can be misconstrued as something. I get it. I'm not going to argue it. This isn't a name debate. The logo to me wasn't. I don't know if that was the point of contention a lot. It was definitely the name for sure, but I don't know if the logo is what people were up in arms about. It's more so the name than anything else. But
you can put a W on that thing; it'd still be all right.
Yeah, I mean, what if you did the spear with like a W or something?
You can have a spear at all, big dog. You can maybe put a flag on there though.
I mean, but the Chiefs have an arrowhead.
I think you should put
their helmet.
I think it should be tank. I think we should have a tank logo. I've always thought, man, we should have a tank on a, like Tank Commander. You ever play that game?
Yeah, I played it.
Yeah, they should have a tank on the helmet. I've always thought that. They'll never do it because they're pussies.
Yeah,
but, I really do think they had a gold tank on that some bitch dog.
I really do. That'd be dope. Ron Rivera over there. I really do. Yeah, I like the spear. The spear is clearly the best one. Deluxe says the tucked feather at 82 was because the normal helmet decal wouldn't stick. Oh, there you go. That's why. So that was for a one year gig. But yeah, if they could find a way, like if people want to say the logo's messed up, okay. You have the R with the feather. You have the spear with the feather. I still don't know why you couldn't use a spear though, Dev.
Man, because it gives you Native American connotations. Bro.
The Chiefs have a damn arrowhead with KC, and they're winning Super Bowls, so they can do whatever they want.
They're also still called the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? So it works, but we're not called.
Yeah, right. I get you. We are the Commanders. We are the Commanders. We have to command things. I get it.
Right. I mean, like I said, put a tank on there, but they'll never put a.
I get it. Weapon of mass destruction.
Probably get a phallic monument or something on the side of the helmet, though.
Man, who you telling? I the more and more I look at that spear, the more I love it, man. 1965 through 69. It's just shocking they only went through so few years with that. I'm gonna pull that uniform up just so we can look at it real quick.
We wore them 1 year at Sperry, right? Am I tripping?
No, we wore them in the past for like a retro, like throwback.
Yeah,
for sure. I know we did.
Yeah. By the way, we had that before Florida State had it too, so it's not stolen from Florida State. Florida State stole that logo from us.
Fuck you, Seminoles.
No, I used to like the Seminoles back in them days, but definitely stole that from us. That was our logo first.
Nobody else's. There you go. There's Sonny wearing the
Sonny.
Yeah, and this is on the team's website for the record. So this is the uniforms through the years. You wanted to see. Go back. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to show you what you wanted to see here. There's the person on the side which you were talking about.
That's a dope. Man. I even like the long sleeve jerseys, man. You can't even find long sleeve jerseys no more.
Yeah. Of course. Sammy Ball, Redskins win. Bland, add. Look at that. Man, that's tough.
It is, man.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's Sonny again. Tough, man. Dude had no chin strap.
Like a revolver or something, though, like a Colt 45 or something on side. That would be dope. That would be fucking dope.
man, if you look at the word commander, nothing really goes with like the
1911. Put a
the
1911 on
dollar,
something.
the Dollar General or you know what I mean? Like
put a 1911 pistol on the side of the.
This was the 1970, 1971 uniform that
I kind of like that. I kind of like that color. I wish we did have. I like gold. I like gold or yellow helmets too, man. I think that would be pretty dope. Bring that color back.
Yeah.
With a red W, no border, just flat.
Man, these dudes play with no chin strap. That's wild, isn't it? Single bar, no chin strap. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Look how far those damn numbers are spread out. Look like a daggone Temu jersey. You're 1
yeah,
7.
You order that from Temu. That price thing you want, it looks good, and like, I don't know, it's in there.
Yep. And this was the fun bunch. Yep. Now we're back to the traditionals, the uniform as we knew for all the many years. From 1972 all the way up to 82.
I didn't like those big stripes on the side.
Yeah, these are just the different colors throughout the years. This was, if you remember, in 2012. In 2012, Robert Griffin played this game in this uniform versus the Carolina Panthers that we lost. After the 2012, after that Carolina Panthers game in that uniform, that's when the season got turned around, and that's when they went on a tear.
Yeah, they didn't keep those uniforms.
But pretty cool. And then I'm not a big fan of the mustard pants.
I like the.
I don't like them
with the ketchup top. I don't really like it mustard with the white. I like the all white.
Like you like that?
Yeah. I like all white also, and all red.
Yeah. Yep. Very cool. Yeah.
Red top with black pants would be pretty cool.
Marcus hated the mustard pants. I feel you, Marcus. I feel you. I hate him too.
I wish we had more of a Notre Dame gold.
Yeah, that's like more of a traditional gold. That's like gold.
That's what I want. I want that and a dark burgundy. I want that shit back, like your hat.
Yeah.
I want that.
So came across some content the other day from someone called NFL Nerding on NFL, and they did the Mount Rushmores of all the teams in the NFL. So we'll just look at the NFC East. But before I do that, I wanted to just ask everyone, who is on your top 4 Mount Rushmore for the Redskins / Washington football team / Commanders? Top 4. Remember, this is Mount Rushmore. This is the GOATs. This is the top 4 to ever play the game.
We've done this before.
Yeah, I mean, we did top 5 Redskins of all time, but that was more like, it was almost like, who do you like more? Like, it wasn't necessarily like who I like should be on the Mount Rushmore. Like, whoever's on the Mount Rushmore, it needs to be like the best players this team has seen. And I don't know there's that much argument for these.
There isn't. Who would you have? I got number 1. I'd have Gibbs on there.
But no. Let's just stick with players. Just players, just to keep it simple. Yes, Gibbs should be on there, but I'm talking just players.
Keep it simple. Monk, Green.
Yeah, who's on your Mount Rushmore?
But see, everybody's kind of close after that. Riggins.
Remember, this is production. This is playing. So you got Monk, Green, Riggins. What else? Come on, man.
Yeah,
think Hall of Fame. Think Hall of Fame. We don't have that many of them.
Got a lot of them, actually. A lot of them, bro.
I know, but who's the most famous Redskin ever? Like, that's who you're missing. Old as dirt. Not alive anymore.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sammy Baugh.
Yeah. So you are exactly in line with what this creator has as the Mount Rushmore of.
If you put Joe Gibbs on there, who are you taking out? Riggins.
Yeah, I'd take Riggins off. If I'm putting Joe Gibbs on there, I'm taking Riggins off. But this is just players. But I thought this was pretty cool.
Sammy Baugh's the greatest football player to ever live, bro.
Yeah, Marcus has Darryl Greed, Art Monk, Joe Jacoby, Sean Taylor.
Yeah,
I can't
years on there?
In good faith put Sean Taylor on there. I would love to. I just can't, dude. I'm sorry. I don't want to be less of a fan.
If I was like 20 years old, maybe. If I was like 25 years old or something,
Yeah.
Like, because that was the only guy I probably seen. You've never seen the Super Bowl or any of these runs. You've never been a part of none of that. So then maybe I would put Sean Taylor. I probably.
Yeah.
They'll bring
change the categories to like personal or iconic, most iconic Redskins.
Who would be on your list of the greatest commanders for Commanders?
So Commanders is only 2022 to present.
All right, so we'll add Washington football team in there.
Okay, so 2020 to present.
Post Redskins team.
Taylor Heineke. I'm just joking.
Oh my God.
I'm just joking. So top 4 Washington football team and Commanders is 2020. That's a good one because it narrows it down. You got to put Terry McLaurin. No question.
McLaurin's on there for sure.
RG3
would be on there, maybe?
No, that's 2012, bro. That's 8 years earlier.
He wasn't around any of those.
No, he wasn't. This is 2020, dude. This is COVID season until now. COVID until now. Logan Thomas. There ain't that many people, dude. Jonathan Allen.
Jonathan Allen may be on there.
Cam Curl, maybe?
No.
There ain't. This is slim pickings, dude.
Holcomb might be on that motherfucker, though.
Fuck, no, dude.
Holcomb might be on that motherfucker,
no, man.
Hold on. Who plays?
There's the dude. Brandon Schlereth.
Brandon Sheriff's on there. Was he on the Commanders?
No. He was a Washington football. I think he left in 2021.
They only had 1 year. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Oh my God, Kendall Fuller's on there.
Yeah, I guess he kind of.
Every year he was here, basically, or maybe halftime he was here. Just Commanders, though.
Yeah, Sheriff was 2021, and he left in 22. So he could be eligible to be your top Washington football team / Commanders. 4 years, man.
Yeah, you only got 4 years of people.
That's tough, dude. That's a. Why you got it?
Cam Sims might be on that motherfucker,
dude.
No.
Come on, man. Taylor Heineke could make it. Alex Smith. Smith.
Yeah. Alex Smith's 10-5 or some shit. He is probably the GOAT of the post Commanders. Well, McLaurin's the post Redskins GOAT so far. Terry McLaurin might be the greatest commander of all time. Commander / football player of all time.
I mean, just going through some of the stuff on like going through just some of the numbers, going through the
he's the best commander of all time.
Alex Smith was the quarterback, was 5-1 that 2020 season. Wade Haskins was 1-5.
He's 10-5 altogether.
Antonio Gibson might be a good candidate.
No.
Antonio Gibson, yeah, maybe.
I don't know, man.
Terry McLaurin for sure. Logan
good.
Thomas, man, he had 700 yards in 2020. I don't know, man.
Ain't played since.
Tressway.
Tressway's on it, yes.
Come on, Tressway.
That's two though.
For sure.
That's two. We forgot Tressway.
John Bostic.
No, fuck that guy.
Jimmy Moreland.
Hey, but it could definitely be Jamin Davis.
No, dude, he doesn't.
He's been there all of it.
He's been there, but he hasn't done anything.
So is Sweat one of them? Allen's on there though.
You know what? Sweat should be on there. You know what? There's too many to choose from. There's too many to choose from.
No, there's only there can be only 4. Hey, Allen's on there. So it's Allen, McLaurin, and Way so far.
Not Payne.
Man.
Allen McLaurin. It's probably Allen McLaurin, Payne, and Way. That's probably the safest 4.
Would you go Payne over Sweat?
Man, I wish they would have kept Sweat and got rid of Payne, to be honest with you. Edge rushers are just so hard to find, I think.
That's a tough one, man. Taylor Heineke might get that 4th spot, bro. He played in the playoff game and played well.
He did. That's just 2021. Let me see. That was 2020. Let's look at 2021. 2021. Taylor Heineke was quarterback the entire season.
Yeah. It was terrible.
Gibson had 1,000 yards. Once again. Terry had 1,000 yards because that's what Terry does. He just had 1,000 yards because that's what Terry does.
Yeah.
Nobody else on offense worth a damn that season. The defense, we had Dustin Hopkins and Joey Sly. Cam Curl. Cole Holcomb had 142 tackles.
I think it's gonna be Kendall Fuller, bro. I think it's gonna be Kendall Fuller. He played some Pro Bowls in those years. I'm gonna say it's Kendall Fuller.
2022, Carson Wentz, Taylor Heineke, Sam Howell. That was not a fun year. Brian Robinson, 800 yards. Gibby, 540.
Kendall Fuller.
Terry McLaurin, 1,200 yards that year almost.
Kendall Fuller's the guy, dog.
I think it might be Dax Milne. Just kidding. John Allen, Deron Payne, and Jeremy Reeves made the Pro Bowl that year.
Jeremy Reeves made All Pro. Ain't none of them made All Pro.
All Pro Revo. But I'm with you. I'm with you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This makes it tough when you put it like that.
Yeah. You're right. Fuck, bro. We're terrible, bro. We don't have any.
Dude, we're so bad. We're down. We're down so bad. We're down so bad.
If y'all just tuning in, we're trying to come up with the greatest post Redskins players, Rushmore of all time. We have Tressway, McLaurin, and who else was it? Allen. And so far we're trying to come up with the fourth, but it looks like Kendall Fuller is probably going to be the guy.
Tough, man. That's tough. Marcus says if they had a Mount Rushmore of making money, Kirk Cousins would be number one. Yes, sir. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence by number 2, and Dak Prescott number 3.
Danny Downs gonna be on that motherfucker too.
Yeah.
Robbery. You're a car thief. A car thief.
Just to say, for the Eagles, they have Steve Van Buren, Brian Dawkins, Reggie White, Chuck Bednarik. For the Giants, Emlyn Tunnel, Lawrence Taylor, Michael Strahan, and Mel Hine.
Man, no love
for the Cowboys. Bob Lilly, Roger Staubach, Emmett Smith, and Randy White. Is there any other?
Hold on. What was the linebacker's name that also played for the 49ers and the Cowboys? Haley.
Charles Haley.
Charles Haley. You want to put Charles Haley on this?
Yeah.
Didn't he get like 2 other rings and a bunch of?
You know what? Let me see if they have. Maybe he's on the
49ers. Nah, he's not making on. There'll be all quarterbacks and like Jerry Rice,
Eagles,
49ers.
Larry Wilson, Aeneas Williams, Larry Fitzgerald, Dan Deerdorf.
49ers is going to be all quarterbacks and Jerry Rice.
Darryl O'Donnell, Deacon Jones. No question for the Rams for those two.
No, Warner ain't on there?
No, dude, Warner was only there for like 2 or 3 years.
MVPs, anybody else got on their team?
I'm just saying, I don't know, man. For the Niners, Ronnie Lott, Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Steve Young.
Oh, Mike, hold on. 2
quarterbacks, bro. That's crazy.
I didn't expect Ronnie Lott to be on the list, man. But yeah. Roger Craig
could have been there too.
Dwight Clark,
Tom Rathman.
Williams. Nah.
Yeah, not yet.
Brendan Ayuk.
Russell Wilson made. Bobby Wagner made the. Steve Largent, Walter Jones. Look at that. Damn, you know what, dude? We're gonna go through all these things. This is entertaining, dude. We're gonna go through all these real quick.
What was the Bills used to play for the Seattle Seahawks?
The Bills are completely justified. Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith, O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, O.J. is good.
There you go.
He should have been on 49ers too. Yeah.
Dolphins, Dan Marino, Jason Taylor.
Yeah, for sure though. When he retired, wasn't he like one of the top 2 or 3 all-time sack leaders or some shit?
Yeah. I'm just tainted by Jason Taylor because when he came to the Redskins, he was dog shit. But I know he was battling health issues too. So Larry Zonka, Larry Little. Okay. Patriots, Gronk, Brady, Ty Law. Okay. I see Ty Law.
Brewski.
John Hanna. Jets, Joe Namath, Curtis Martin, Darrell Ruth, Don Maynard. I don't disagree with
ever. I'm going to put Aaron Rodgers on.
All right. AFC North. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Lamar Jackson already made the Mount Rushmore. Lamar Jackson, Jonathan Ogden.
I would have to agree.
Bengals. Ken Anderson, Chad Johnson, Anthony Munoz, Ken Wright. Dude.
Wow. I mean,
Chad Johnson's so good, dude.
But when you think of Bengals, you don't think of like Boomer Esiason or some shit.
Boomer wasn't.
I understand he wasn't like better than him, but
he took him to the Super Bowl. But the Niners trounced him. But he was
Chad
okay.
Didn't win it neither.
Dude, Chad. Look at Chad's. If you look at Chad's numbers, man,
Chad's a Hall of Famer. Chad's not a Hall of Famer. It's weird, man. There aren't any Hall of Famers that could have.
The Browns: Otto Graham, Lou Groza, Jim Brown, Joe Thomas. Steelers, Jerry Bradshaw, Jack Lambert, Joe Green, Ben Roethlisberger. Okay. AFC South, Dwayne Brown, J.J. Watt, Andre Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins.
Yes,
well, they're a young team in history if you think about it. Colts, Peyton Manning, Johnny Unitas, Marvin Harrison, Gino Marchetti. Not Edgerrin James? Wasn't Edgerrin James
Edgerrin James. Johnny Unitas from Louisville. I'm telling you, bro.
Jacksonville Jaguar. Taylor Baselli, Jimmy Smith, Mark Brunell.
Hey, what about Maurice Jones-Drew, man?
Yeah, MJD. Justin Blackman. I love Justin Black. He could not get right, man. Titans, Earl Campbell, Bruce Matthews, Warren Moon, Steve McNair. Solid group. All great players, man. I have a sweet spot for the Titans or Oilers, whatever you want to call them. Broncos, Shannon Sharp, John Elway, Von Miller, Terrell Davis.
Hey, man,
solid. Who?
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, he did win a Super Bowl with him. Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tony Gonzalez, Derek Thomas. 2 tight ends, bro. 2 tight ends. I'd put Christian Okoye on here because of
I don't know who you take off, but Derek Thomas was like Lawrence Taylor, boy.
Derek Thomas was great.
Yeah, he's sacking and cracking.
Raider, Tim Brown, Marcus Allen, Ken Staler, Gene Upshaw. You can't put Bo Jackson. You can't put Bo Jackson. Yeah, he's only played for like 3 years, man. I would, but Chargers, the LT, Dan Fouts, Junior Seau, Lance Allworth. Those are good people to have.
What's the tight end? The tight end should have been on there.
Senior, Kellen Winslow Senior.
Oh yeah, should have been.
Chicago Bears, Sid Luckman, Walter Payton, Mike Sinclair, Dick Butkus.
Yeah, basically.
Fair.
Urlacher over Sid, though?
Dude, I am not. Urlacher play a lot in Miami, too. Detroit Lions, Barry Sanders, Megatron, Joe Schmidt, Bobby Lane. Packers, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Bart Starr, Don Hudson. Dude.
4 quarterbacks.
That's insane.
Wow.
No Sterling Sharp. Jack Lambert. But Vikings, AP, Frank Carter, yeah, Chris Carter, Alan Page. Okay.
No, whoa, no Randy Moss. Are they smoking?
I know.
No Ahmad Rashad, bro.
Hey, I would have put Randy Moss in over Chris Carter.
I would have put him over Fred Tarkenton because he's more of us than them.
Yeah, well, Fran Tarkenton changed the game because he was the first scrambler dude that would just run around all over the field and throw the ball.
I would have put Anderson in there over Matt Ryan. I know Matt got an MVP, though.
Dude, this Falcons one's tough. Ryan, Vic, Dion, and Julio. That's a tough squad right there.
I would have put what's the name in over Matt Ryan, Jamal Anderson. But I understand Matt Ryan got an MVP.
Yeah. Panthers, Luke Kuechly, Newton, Julius Pepper, Steve Smith. That's solid.
Yeah, 100% solid.
Saints, Ricky Jackson, Drew Brees, Willie Rofe, Cam Jordan.
Absolutely.
Tough.
What's the name? Manning Jr. Senior ain't make it?
Archie,
yeah.
Archie Manning, I guess not. He wasn't that good, though.
That's true.
Bucks, Leroy Selman, Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp, John Lynch. They're going to put Mike Evans on this thing before it's over.
No All-Star, I'm surprised.
John Lynch was not that good. I don't know why John Lynch is on there, to be honest with you. He wasn't that good.
I thought All-Star would be on here. Work done, I thought would.
And we did the West already, so yeah, man, that was pretty cool. That was a little nice exercise and seeing who the Mount Rushmores were. But one last thing I want to talk about. So people were talking about. It's been revealed that Jeff Bezos and Dan Snyder. Remember the rumors about Dan Snyder was never going to sell to Jeff Bezos, and it was all about. Who he, fuck Jeff Bezos. I'm never selling to him because the ran those articles about it. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
But what came out in an article in the Financial Times was that Bezos got outbid. He got outbid. It wasn't a I'm not selling to Bezos. So he could have sold to Bezos.
I think the thing about it is, though, Bezos saw like the juice may not have been worth the squeeze for him.
Well, remember, there is no private equity investing in the NFL like soccer. So the Saudis can't come in and funnel money into a person like they wanted to do with Brian, the player we saw, the Mythical Money. We had the Mythical Money episode. The former Duke player, Brian, whatever, from the DC area. They were just funneling him money. So you can't do that in the NFL. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. They passed the vote on the private equity, corporate equity they're allowing. They want people, actual singular people, to be able to raise capital. And so Josh Harris was able to raise $3 billion himself, or 1.8 billion something himself, where apparently Bezos wasn't able to do that. I don't know.
So I was saying he couldn't use Amazon money to buy it?
No, he could not.
You don't think he had $3 billion, bro? He could have sold.
I'm sure he has that.
Could have sold stocks.
An unnamed source said, I don't think Snyder would have not sold to them if Jeff came in with a bid of $7 billion. So clearly he did not bid over $6.05 billion. It's not that he was outbid in a bidding war.
That's a whole lot of money, because if you remember, it wasn't really that long ago what it was when the Clippers had to be sold. And I'm watching clips, so it's real fresh in my mind. By the way, one of those other craptacular shows is so bad it's great. But he sold the Clippers for $2 billion. That's like chump change. They could have bought the Clippers 3 times.
Oh, I'm sure it's an LA team, dude. LA media market.
But it's still only $2 billion. Washington sold for $6 billion.
So I'm sure Jeff Bezos had a number in his head. Let's just call it $5 billion. He's like, all right, I'll bid $5 billion. If someone passes it, okay, great. If not, I got a football team. There was a number in his head, and Josh Harris and his financial team, the Harris Owners Group, clearly surpassed it. So it wasn't a matter of would Dan Snyder sell. Dan Snyder would have sold to the highest bidder. That's the reality of this Financial Times article. It's not that he wouldn't have sold to Jeff Bezos. He would have sold to Jeff Bezos.
You think so?
That's what this article says. He was not going to turn down a pile of cash from anyone. Anyone.
Kind of weird.
Yes. There's rumors that when Seattle ever goes on the market, he will buy Seattle. Because, Amazon's kind of based out in the West Coast in Seattle, but blah, 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 blah. So long story short, that's what it is. Marcus says, I heard that Bezos was also waiting for Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, see, he beat me to the punch. There you go. See, he beat me to the punch. But that's it, man. That wraps up the show for this week. We wanted to get a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, quick show in before the 4th of July. I know this wasn't our normal trio. I know we didn't give this the plug and the promotion like we normally do. Like I said, man, we've been going through it. Me, Devin, Phil, been going through it. Right? Been hitting us from every angle, man, and ducking and jiving and just doing our best. Time is not a lot of something that we don't have a lot of at this juncture in our lives with our work and family and personal affairs. So we're doing the best we can to still hook up with y'all and meet with you guys at least once a week. So yes, we will not be here next week because next week is the 4th of July. So we hope y'all have a fantastic Independence Day and do what you guys do, whether that's fireworks, barbecue,
knocking boots, my girl in Vegas,
whatever, slap,
knocking boots.
Whatever that's going to be. That's going to be in Vegas, right?
Yeah, we're in Vegas. And my daughter's birthday is 4th of July, by the way.
Yeah, man. Look at that. Oh, now we got
it. 25, bro.
Oh, man. That's awesome. Props to her, man. What's good in everyone's life? We always end the show on a positive note. So that's what we do. If you have something positive in your life, please let us know. I'll start off because I don't always have a lot of positive things, but I'm down to 226 pounds, man. Yeah. I was the heaviest I've been in a long time because I was injured. And no, this was just natural exercise and diet. I'm starting to train for the Army 10 miler. I'm going to run the Marine Corps Marathon 10K with George Carmi here. So I got
some papers I need you to fill out before you do this race.
Yeah. waivers and wills. No, like my plantar fasciitis is finally easing up a little bit, so I'm able to do a lot more activity. I've been lifting like a madman, but I'm now able to be a little more cardio. So life is good, man. I'm down like 16 pounds. I was up to over 240. I've never been that much in my life, so I'm down to 226. It's still a long way to go, but for me, that's like I've never lost that much weight in my life. So that's what's good in my life, man. It's fun. It's good feeling. So I'm getting there. Marcus says, today's my mother, Janice Edlin's birthday. Have a great week off. Hey, Janice, happy birthday.
Miss Janice.
We appreciate you and your son, Marcus. And
congratulations.
For your birthday.
By the way, Janice is maybe the blackest name.
Janice?
What is it? Draymond. Not blacker than Draymond. Draymond's pretty. Brian or Draymond over.
Deuce, welcome. Deuce, Red Zone in the Lab. Make sure you guys check out Red Zone in the Lab on YouTube, redzoneinthelab.com. Selling all kinds of merch and doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Definitely the black
Deuce. Hey, man, my nephew's name is Deuce, and he is Chinese and Hispanic. So
that's the same for two races, or what is
yeah, my brother. We're Chinese. His mom's Hispanic, so that's
Hispanic's not a race.
El Salvadorian. There you go. From El Salvador, not Mexican. Dude said we can all get together and save our Sunday ticket money and buy a team. Yeah, so if you're not tracking, the NFL was being sued by a class action lawsuit. There's been like a $4 billion settlement.
Damn, they could have bought the Clippers.
Because what they were doing is they were making you buy everything instead of just your team. So if I want to follow just the Commanders, I should just buy a Commanders package. I don't want to watch all these games. I should have the option. So apparently they won. The people won. And $4 billion is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money when you think about how much it has to go around. So it'll be something. Like, just for an example, like a lot of veterans are in a lawsuit for 3M. 3M was the company that supplied us veterans earplugs when we went to Afghanistan and Iraq. Well, these earplugs that we used when we were shooting our weapons, firing mortars and missiles, were faulty. So a lot of people came back with hearing issues. I have tinnitus, and it's just problems. And if you got on this lawsuit, I thought it was a scam, but all my friends got on it, and now they're getting $10K a pop off of like a
what?
$3 billion, $4 billion, maybe like 10. I think it's $10 billion lawsuit. They're getting up to 10K, depending on how bad your hearing loss is. So $4 billion spread out across all direct TV customers, Sunday ticket customers. It might be like $50.
At that doctor's office, they brought me in there for a test.
Yeah, but now they have hearing tests that you can't lie on. Remember the old hearing test? You push the button. Now they stick these things in your ear and they do wave reverbs. So they hit your eardrums and they test your hearing that way. So you can't say
for like a month.
I didn't hear it. No, your eardrums responded. We know you hear it. So
yeah.
Either way. Deuce said his store will be opening next week. Send y'all early invite to look around. Yeah, man, we'll get in there, and I promise I won't steal. We will purchase at the counter, man. You ain't gotta worry about us, man. But we'll definitely support you no matter what. Anybody else got any good stuff? Any good stuff? Dev's getting married next week. We'll be in Vegas. Xbox controller Elite. You got with paddles.
Yeah, it's got
on the bottom.
Yeah, I tried to get a red one, but they didn't have them, so I got a blue one. I got red paddles though, so I got the red, white, blue thing going. I got red
for the holiday.
Light in the middle, red. You can change on the new one. You can change the LED lights.
Yeah,
you got one of those too.
I got a PlayStation, man. So I got a normal PlayStation controller, but I'm slightly modded. I have the little grips on it. My PS3, my PS4 other PS4 controller is modded. I bought a $200 aim controller with paddles, customizable. I actually got to sell it because I don't have a PS4.
I'll show you my reference.
Dude said 2.4 million people are included in that portion of the settlement. So I guess if you do the math minus attorney fees, attorneys will take 40% of whatever the cut is, and then the rest will probably spread out over the rest of the group. So yeah, people might be in for a nice chunk of change. Who knows? Ain't hating. I don't have direct TV, so whatever y'all can get in on, that's dope, man.
So I can take a little
yeah. My aim controller same way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. Man. That's good stuff. We hope Phil is enjoying his vacation. I will be on vacation in 2 weeks at the beach up in Delaware. Maxing and relaxing. But Dev, I gotta ask you, man. What you think about Bronny going to Lakers at 55? Pick 55 in the second round, man.
I'm happy for him, man. It'd be pretty.
It's awesome, right? It's a great story. Yeah. It's cool because this is one of 3 times in the history of sports that fathers get to play with their kids. It's Griffey Sr. and Griffey Jr., Seattle, 1991. It's the Howes, Gordie Howe, and then his 2 sons got to play with each other. And then now Bron and Bron Sr. Deuce, I'm on a green screen, so it's just registering my Wu-Tang lyrics a little bit weird because it thinks it's kind of green, but it's folding back into the. See, when I get out of the light, it thinks it's green. That's all. Special effects, man. But yeah, so
lyrically.
Three times in the history of sports, fathers have got to play with their children, and I don't care if it's LeBron or not. I think it's just awesome. It's so cool, man. If I get an opportunity to play with my son at a professional level, the shit I would do to make that happen, I would go to the end of the earth. I would do whatever I had to do to make that happen because it doesn't happen 3 times in all of sports.
I want to play against my dad, drop him. I mean, count, step back on pops.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Take everything else out of it.
What do you say on pick and rolls? You yell out, Dad, left, pick right. Or do you say, Brian?
No, I'm sure there will be a.
He's not
something,
going to I don't think
you know. And then will it be weird in the locker room? Like,
he's probably already been in there a bunch of times. He knows how.
Yeah, I know. But when clearly LeBron is a player that kind of mentors, I know he coaches while he plays. Like it's going to be an interesting dynamic. It is. And I don't think he'll play.
I think he'll be in the G League. Second round players don't play in the NBA. It's very seldom.
Yes, it's not like the NFL.
That doesn't happen very often, man. It's like
very
1 in 8 years
by exception.
Kind of thing. You don't get a Draymond Green.
Yeah,
you don't get them. Any of these guys.
Dude said I'd rather play against my dad. I stayed foul him on purpose and hard. Hey man, Dad's got the old man strength. No matter what, Dad always had the old man strength. No matter what.
That's how I see my dad. He had a stroke and I would dunk all over his ass.
Oh, bam!
Yeah.
What you doing, Dad?
All on that left side, he can't move. Smash.
there is a video of a dude on Twitter dunking on his mom. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. Wow.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, it's a good story. I hope it turns out cool, man. I don't want to see anything, bad happen, and it's going to be fun to watch. It's good for the NBA, huh?
Think it's going to get the Caitlin Clark treatment from players that feel like he deserves to be there.
Like other players, like on the team in the league.
Maybe his forearm shiver him a little bit. Because like I said, I don't think he'll hit. Maybe if a bunch of injuries happen or a bunch of games that don't really matter happen at the beginning or end of the year, if they play him, I don't see. It's hard for me to envision a team that expects to go into the playoffs playing a guy who's in the second round. It almost never happens, man. And I'm not just saying it because of LeBron's son.
Yeah. No, like I said, take the name out of it in general.
The numbers insinuate that percentage-wise, that almost never happens. But I'm saying if he does get on
there's even first-round picks that don't even get to see
the court. If you're usually not in the lottery or at least
that's what I'm saying.
You won't get in. It's hard to play.
Yeah, exactly. But when your last name is James and your dad is LeBron, I think you have a greater chance of being better, right? Remember, he missed half of last season with the heart condition. Remember that? He only played 6 games.
Well, I think if I were to compare him,
he started 6 games.
Because of guys I know. Look at Deuce McBride. They're about the same shape, size. They're both super. LeBron's son can go between the legs. He's 6'6'1". He's not that tall. You know what I'm saying? By NBA measures, he can go between the legs, man. He can 360. That's an athlete, bro. You can't. Yeah. So you would think maybe he's good enough on defense. If his defense is good enough as his athleticism looks like, I think he could be kind of a Deuce McBride type of guy because he can hit open shots. All the little training things I've seen, he can hit an open shot. So I think that and if he has any of his dad's DNA, he's going to work hard. He's going to be solid in the locker room.
6'2".
Yeah. So I think Deuce McBride. Look at Deuce McBride and how he got to the league when he was I think he was early second or late first pick, and he kind of just 1 or 2 years. It took him a while, but now he's at least a middle of the bench type of guy, and he's gotten 30 a few games. So I don't. Or Tony Allen with a jump shot, maybe. If he comes to the league and gets you 10 or 15 minutes in the next 2 years, that's a win in the second round. That's a big win in the second round.
Deuce said, to be fair, the Lakers have drafted very well in the second, and their players have played heavy minutes in the last 5 or 6 years.
That's because they don't have any first round picks and they trade them. They don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Reeves. I talked to a guy about Reeves versus DiVincenzo, right? And I'm like, DiVincenzo's better than him. I'm like, Reeves. I mean, I guess you could say it, but if you think about it, man, when DiVincenzo was in the league, he was in Phoenix behind Booker and all of him. Then he went to the Bucks and he was behind, all those guys that's there, Middleton and Holiday when he was there and all those guys, and he's just getting his shot. But Reeves was on the Lakers. There's no one at shooting guard. There's no wings besides LeBron that you really have to worry about, dog.
Hey, just wait for Alex Sarr. You're just gonna hear Alex Sarr's name all next year, man. Just wait.
Y'all got a good one, man. He should have won.
You're gonna be good. I'm not sure about Bub Carrington, but Alex Sarr is gonna be legit, man.
Bub Carrington's gonna be good too. I thought y'all traded Bud to Minnesota.
He's 18 years old. He was one and done. Went to St. Francis in Baltimore. You know who else went to St. Francis in Baltimore? Angel Reese. So that school produces basketball players, but he's 18. St. Francis in Baltimore. St. Francis in Baltimore. 18 years old, 6'4". He's still got a lot of growing to do. So it was a gamble at 14, but I'm excited. Alex Sarr is going to be a great dude, man. He's not just a 7'1" dude like a center. He's a 7'1" stretch, a 7'1" stretch 5 that can move.
They got to bring power or small forward, depending on where you want to lose at.
Yep, and frankly, I feel he was better than Zach 100%. But did you? You're a Louisville fan, or you're not a Kentucky fan, right?
Yeah, fuck Kentucky.
Oh, because your Rockets got Reed Shepherd out of Kentucky.
Yeah, that dude's a machine. I played against his brother in high school. I didn't play. I was on the teams he played against.
Yeah,
but he put up about 45 them games. That dude was like
Kentucky had two guys in the top 10.
Yeah, by far his dad, Jeff Shepherd, was by far one of the top 2 or 3 high school basketball players in the state of Kentucky. Yeah. That dude was a machine.
Yeah. Marcus says LeBron James' other son Bryce is also good and taller than Brendan James. Yeah, so I'm learning more about Bryce through Twitter today, and apparently Bryce is going to be better than Bronny.
Yeah, Bryce is going in the lottery.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah. So pretty cool, man.
I think Bronny has some tools, man. He's super athletic.
And got a great jump shot.
Right, and you take the intangibles that you hope passed down from his, bloodline. I think that a solid NBA career for him in the second round is a win.
Yeah,
that should happen in 2 or 3 years if he sticks around. Dog.
But do you think he sees the G League first, or he goes straight to the active?
No, man, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know any second round picks that do that, man.
Exactly.
I would be surprised if we didn't get a 2-way contract and they just keep him.
But I know they will play in a game. And the world's gonna go ape shit when Bronny throws LeBron an alley-oop, and it's gonna be amazing. And when Bron throws Bronny an assist for a 3, they're gonna go crazy. And it's gonna be cool. Once he comes on the active roster, he's never going back. I don't think.
It'll be box office, and it is Showtime Lakers, man. They will sacrifice maybe some basketball for some shows.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good for the NBA. I'm excited. It's good for the NBA.
I wanted to draft him. I ain't gonna front just to cock block the Lakers. That's how no other reason.
Wizards didn't have a second round pick.
Yeah, we traded all of our picks. We ended up trading 2 our first rounds for 5.
Yeah, but I saw your rotation. You don't need anyone else to. You guys are fine.
Teams don't play rookies anyways.
You guys and Celtics are already the favorites to win the East again next year. So
we gotta stay healthy.
Yeah. I do said hit that thumbs up, people. Yes, thank you everyone for watching. We have now more people in here, almost 90, 100 people watching than we did all episodes. So thank you very much. Phil says hi. He's not here with us. He's on vacation. We'll be back not next week. We're taking next week off. Next week is a vacation, and I hope all the other content creators take a vacation. You need it. It's a 4th of July week, so
tell your girl, man, to light up that firework at
Haktua. Do whatever you do, man. Relax. It's in the middle of the week. What is it? The 4th is on a Thursday. 4th is on a Thursday, so be easy. Phil Bullock says Bronny got that soft side of his dad, and Bryce got a piece of the killer. That remains to be seen, man. I think Bronny's story is not. It's not written yet.
Like I said, if he's
that's how I think it is.
Deuce McBride should be what you look at. Like if any of you watch, look at Deuce McBride.
Yeah.
And super athlete, by the way, also 6'1", can dunk on people.
Yeah,
Shoot the three, open every time. Now he's starting to get where creates his own shot. Look, man, it's a slow grind, man. And like I said, his DNA has told us. Hopefully, tells us his work ethic is up there, man. LeBron kept improving every year. He added something.
Yeah, true story, man. He did. Welcome to joining us, Yan. Yeah, I'm better late than never, man. We appreciate you. How do you feel about the Wiz draft and trade? Like I was telling Deb before the show started, I wanted them to keep Denny, 23 years old, dirt cheap contract, give you 15 points and 8 rebounds. Why not keep him? Is Bub Carrington going to give you more than 15 and 8?
Well, it doesn't matter. You won't flag next year. You don't want him to do that. You just want him to be entertaining and learn.
Yes, but Denny's been like every year it goes up like this. He hasn't gone down every year. This every year.
He's going to have to get paid in 2 years. You have to pay a subpar player like $20 million if he's like a French star.
But then you let him go. Then that's what That's all I'm saying.
They offered you a team ransom for basically a bum. On a good team, Denny's like a ninth guy, rotation guy, bro.
I don't know that.
Right now, if you took Dene, and put him on the Celtics. What minutes is he?
Well, the Celtics are stacked.
But I'm talking about any playoff team.
You could say the same with Daniel Gafford when he went to the Mavericks. Of course, he shined on the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford wasn't that
they had a hole at center.
Yeah, that's true.
What I'm saying? But I'm saying that this guy, like, I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't feel like. I feel like Dene is a good player, man. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he's just a good player. I don't feel like he'll ever be an all-NBA player. I don't feel like he'll ever be an all-star. Ever. Yeah. Never gonna happen.
I think he'll be a solid role player with a high motor, man.
Y'all got 3 or 4 first-round picks for a role player, and y'all complain.
Yeah. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying he was a fan favorite. People liked him. You could have.
The same thing about Rui. Y'all missing those 7 points a game?
You could have moved Kuzma, dude. Why didn't you move Kuzma?
Kuzma can get you 30. Why would you want to move to Kuzma? Kuzma's still young too. Is he 25 or some shit?
No, dude, he's older. No. And he costs a shit ton of money.
Alexa, how old is Kuzma?
What, 26?
I guess my Alexa.
27? I'll tell you how old Kuzma is.
That's not old, man.
It's not old, but he's young. Denny's 23. That's all I'm saying. Denny's 23.
Yeah, he's 14 points a game on a bad team. What do you think that is on a good team?
Kuzma is 28.
Right.
He'll be 29. He'll be 29 next month.
What's he making, like 30 million a year?
22 points per game. So 8 more than Denny.
What's he making? 20 million a game? 20 million a year?
Let's see
what,
here.
28? Is it a 28 guy? Can't be. Probably 22. Like
Kyle Kuzma, 4 years, 90 million, 22.5.
22, yeah, he's a 22.5 like Mitch. Yeah, that's a crazy easy contract. You got an NBA starter that averages 20 points a game for $20 million, dog. Y'all want to get rid of him before y'all get rid of Dene, who averages 14 fucking points on a bad team.
15 and 8, dude.
Yeah, no, sorry. And y'all got 3 first-round picks for the dude. Or 2 or 3. That's no way, man. I mean, I get that.
But Denny was only 13.7.
Man, I would have been happy with what y'all got. Y'all won that. Y'all won that trade, by the way.
And the cap was going down every year. Next year was going to be 14, 13, 11. I'm not mad. I'm just saying.
Where'd he go?
Portland.
Yeah, I mean, they got Grant and the other guy that Sharp. He's not even gonna play there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be on the bench there too. So I'm just telling you, man. I don't know. I don't like. I remember y'all got mad when Hua left, and those 7 points was so
Rui. Rui was great.
7 points a game, and when he left,
Rui was a great 6th man, dude. Rui was a great 6th man.
He was a 6th man. There, he's like a 9th man on a good team.
On LA, he was 6th man, dude.
They got kicked out first round, bro.
They did. Right. Blame LeBron. Don't blame Rui. Blame the
guy that got 28 points a game, but not the guy that averaged.
Blame the so-called GOAT.
You're gonna blame a guy getting 30 points a game, but not the guy.
Hey, Rui's just a dude making like $10 million a year, man. That's all he's doing.
Yeah, if you making $10 million in the league where
he's playing his role.
I think y'all won, man. I think y'all won. As an outsider looking in, I don't have an extra ground.
It's hard to say because we don't know what Bub Carrington's going to be. We have no idea. And then we got a 2029 pick. A 2029 pick, Dev. What's a 2029 pick going to do for me? I might not even be alive in 2029.
He was in another trade?
So that's how it works.
Yeah.
So that's the NBA team building is different. I get picks 3 or 4 years from now, and I package those up and I build those into picks next year. Absolutely. And the year after. So it's a different form of team building. I don't like it, but I get it. And we got a new GM. This is first year. I get it. Or second year. We get it. Will Dawkins. Will Dawkins is our GM, I think. I gotta let him figure it out. So
I think y'all gonna win the same 25 games y'all would have won if Denny had been there. I got 3 more first round picks, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
SAR is enough. All you need is SAR.
SAR is dope, dog.
SAR is enough, man. We're gonna be excited with SAR.
SAR is gonna be a problem, man.
We haven't had a real center since
7-1 or some shit.
I don't even know.
Moving like fucking Durant. That dude's rough, man. I think y'all not understanding the kind of player y'all got. Y'all got, in my opinion, the best player in the draft. And the second best player, in my opinion, was Reed Shepherd. I hate that out loud. But
Kentucky.
I'm sorry.
Bub could be exciting. You're right, Yim. I don't know. He could be. I hope so.
He's gonna be fun. He's gonna be fun like an Oubre fun though, where you're like, God dang this dude, man.
We already have Jordan Poole as a shooting guard, so I don't know where he's gonna play. Small forward, like a wing, a small forward. Like, I don't know. We'll see.
Number Poole at point guard, bro.
Stomach Thomas.
Who's y'all's point guard?
Tyus Jones.
Yeah, you can put Poole at point guard. Tyus come on the bench.
Yeah. Tyus Jones, Jordan Poole, Kyle Kuzma.
Kuzma play
3. Kuzma play power forward. I'm sorry. It'll be Tyus Jones. It'll be Jordan Poole. It'll be Bilal Coulibaly at 3. Kyle Kuzma at 4, even though he plays a small 4, and then Alex Sarr at 5. I think that's the starting lineup.
I think Alex Sarr's going to play 4. I think Coulibaly was going to be on the bench. They're going to put old dude from
Bob Carrington?
Nah, that center. The fucking dude from Duke, North Carolina dude.
At center?
Marvin Bagley.
Oh, yeah, we do have Bagley. That's right.
I think Marvin.
He's a first-round pick? He was a first-round pick?
Yeah. I think Marvin will play center because he's got defense and size. I don't think Sarr, 217 pounds, 7'1", is going to play. Like, I don't think you want that guy.
Or they just play small ball and run.
I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play power forward, and I think that they're going to put Kuzma at the 3.
Yeah.
What's name moves like Durant. I don't know if y'all have watched Sarr's highlights in his game. He doesn't play like a big man at all. He's nothing like KP. He's not stiff. He doesn't back the guys down. He shakes dudes, crossover, backs up, shoots threes in traffic. He's like a guard, man. Except he's 7'1" or something.
I'm still mad at the dude we picked 2 years ago named Johnny Davis, the 10th pick in the first round. Waste of a pick, dude. He averages 3 points per game. Like, what a fucking waste, dude. All right, I don't want to talk about Wizards because this is not a Wizards podcast, but yes. Yim says, but getting those multiple first round picks is the only one projected as juicy. That's right. That's true. All right. We're going to get out of here. I'm sorry you guys joined late. We're wrapping this up. We've been going for 90 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. If you are on YouTube, please hit that like button for us. If you're on Twitter, please flip over to YouTube and hit that like button for us. That would be greatly appreciated. Don't cost a thing. It don't cost a thing. Just tap. We'll be off next week for Independence Day because normally Thursdays our live stream. So we'll catch up with you guys the following week. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully, there'll be plenty of news between now and then. What's up, Dev?
I'm losing my independence.
Yeah, you will be. Lock it down, Andrea. Lock it down. All good. All good, man. We love you, man. You're a huge supporter. We love you, man. We know you're always dedicated and with us. So, Phil, Deuce, Marcus, thank you for tuning in. Deluxe Shotguns, man. We appreciate you guys. And we're going to get out of here, and we'll catch you guys not next week, but the following week. Phil might stream next week with another Phil stream, so be prepared. He might just get a feeling and just, go. So stay tuned. All right. As always, we love you guys. Peace and hail. We out.